Alright, y'all. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm gonna be reading the parable of the lost son. God told me to do this last week, but I'm finally getting a chance to do it. So let's get straight to it. It's gonna be in chapter Luke. Um, chapter Luke, not chapter Luke. It's gonna be in the book of Luke, chapter 15, verses 11 through 31. So let's get straight to it. Also, if you're feeling lost, do not go past this video. If you're feeling lost in life, don't know where to turn, don't know who to turn to, listen to this story. Okay, it starts off saying, to illustrate the point further, Jesus told them a story. A man had two sons. The younger son told his father, I want my share of your estate now before you die. So his father agreed to divide his wealth between his sons. A few days later, this young son packed all his belongings and moved to a distant land, and there he had wasted all his money in wild living. About the time his money ran out, a great famine swept over the land, and he began to starve. He persuaded a local farmer to hire him, and the man sent him into his fields to feed the pigs. The young man became so hungry that even the pods he was feeding the pigs looked good to him, but no one gave him anything. When he finally came to his senses, he said to himself, At home, even the hired servants have food enough to spare, and here I am dying of hunger. I will go home to my father and say, Father, I have sinned against both heaven and you, and I am no longer worthy of being called your son. Please take me on as a hired servant. So he returned home to his father, and while he was still a long way off, his father saw him coming. Filled with love and compassion, he ran to his son, embraced him, and kissed him. His son said to him, Father, I have sinned against you and heaven, and I am no longer worthy of being called your son. But his father said to the servants, Quick, bring the finest robe in the house and put it on him. Get a ring for his finger and sandals for his feet, and kill the calf we have been fattening. We must celebrate with a feast, for this son of mine was dead and has now returned to life. He was lost, but now he is found. So the party began. Meanwhile, the older son was in the fields working. When he returned home, he heard music and dancing in the house, and he asked one of the servants, What is going on? Your brother is back. He was told, and your father has killed the fattened calf. We are celebrating because of his safe return. The older brother was angry and wouldn't go in. His father came out and begged him, but he replied, All these years I've slaved for you and never once refused to do a single thing you told me to. And in all that time you never gave me one of your goats for a feast with my friends. Yet when this son of yours come back after squandering your money on prostitutes, you celebrate by killing the fattened calf. His father said to him, Look, dear son, you have always stayed by me, and everything I have is yours. We had to celebrate this happy day, for your brother was dead and has come back to life. He was lost, but now he is found. It didn't really hit home for me, but I could feel how it can hit home for other people. I was lost, and once I found God and returned back to him, like, this eternal joy that I have is just, it's not replacing. Like, I could literally go through the worst day ever, but still knowing that I have my Lord and Savior is the best feeling in the world. Like, nothing compares. So I really wanted to read this parable for those who are in that season right now where they were blessed with many things. They decided to run from God after receiving those blessings, and now they're at a point where, wow, like, I'm running dry, I'm running low, my cup's running on empty, and I need somebody to fill it up. And that person that can fill it up really is only Jesus. You can't get it filled up with this world. You can get it filled up with people from this world, but it will always remain empty. They gonna drink from the cup too. So you need to go take that cup, that empty cup, to Jesus. Take it to God. Let him fill it up, and it will overflow. It won't run out. You literally just keep it with him. It will stay overflowing. And that's one thing I love about God, is that you can literally, like in this story, he ran away from his father, but he knew that he had to return home to get what he needed. And you know the end goal is to continuously stay there, not to get what we need and run back off. Like, y'all, I've been on this walk for, I could say, like 3 or 4 years now. And, we have our days where, like, I don't know, I just don't feel like talking to God. But I know that He's my anchor. He literally is there for me every time I call on Him. And I just always want to be by His side. And hopefully this story motivates y'all or encourages you guys to, hold on and never let go of the Lord. Never turn your back on Him, because He's always there with open arms. He literally threw this boy, his son, a party because he returned home. Like, return to your Father. He's waiting on you. He is waiting on you. I also got something from the son who was continuously staying with his father. He said the father told him, "Everything I have is yours." So that is... This one son was disobedient and he turned away from God, losing everything that God has given him. But the one son that stayed had everything that was his father's. Everything that belonged to the father was his. So if you are being obedient and if you are sticking with God, everything God has is yours. So stay obedient. Stay obedient. So this is your sign. This is your sign to not do what you've been thinking about doing that is like turning away from God. Don't do it. Stay obedient. Stay with your eyes on the Lord. And everything He has will be yours.